Hello, lovely ladies. So today I wanted to continue talking about the texting. I wanted to know about how you feel when you don't receive a text. And from what time frame do you start actually worrying about that you haven't received a text back? So let's say the scenario that you have sent a text to a guy you've met on an app and you've had some exchanges, and then you send a text and you don't hear back from him for 1 hour, for 2 hours, for 3 hours, for half a day, for 1 day, for 2 days, for 3 days. So what's coming up for you as we start talking about the 1 day and the 2 day and the 3 days? I think the main thing is to understand what comes up in terms of feelings. So I remember in the times I was dating that after 2 or 3, 4 hours, I would start thinking, oh, he's not interested, and or he's not taking me seriously, or that he doesn't respect me and I'm wasting my time, and all these thoughts started going into my head and going around, and finally I would hold off until the following day, and then I would send an angry text about the following day. I texted you and you didn't text me back, and that was quite really frustrating for me, as one of my trigger points is that I don't matter. So one childhood wound is I don't matter. So anybody not responding back to me in a kind of timely manner just makes me feel that I don't matter. And I think that might be the case for a lot of us out there. So I think the main thing is that it's not about you, it's about them. If they're not texting, they're not being polite, they're not being available, they're not caring or empathetic or considerate. So a lot of the times we take things personally and we think, oh, it's something wrong with us that they're not texting us. That is why it's so important that if you're dating, that you make sure you're dating what they call serial dating, that or quantum dating, that you're not dating one person at a time. Just one person. Like you meet somebody that you like and then you decide that you're not going to meet anybody else. So it needs to be something gradual, a build up, an investment, getting to know each other and seeing really what you're investing. Is it worthwhile before you put all your eggs in one basket? I think this fear of not receiving a text back very much depends on where you're at in your dating journey. And if you've invested all your eggs in one basket. Because if you've got 3 guys that you kind of like, and I'm not saying here that you have to go out with 3 guys or have to go out with one person. I'm just saying in a scenario where you've got 3 guys that you're seeing, that you're having dinner with, or maybe doing activities with, or talking on the phone. If one of them doesn't text you for a day, you're not sitting there next to the phone and saying, oh my God, he's not texting me. You're busy with your life. You're busy with the other guys that are giving you attention. And that feeling of desperation or neediness that could come across is not there. So everybody's talking about how confidence is attractive. But confidence is not something that you gain, suddenly over one day. It's about a way of life. And if you're prioritizing yourself and you're prioritizing, not in a selfish way, let's be careful about this, it's not a selfish way, but if you're prioritizing yourself, your needs, your feelings, and are aware of what's going inside of you, and you respect that, and you care for yourself, and you know that if a man consistently is not texting you back, that's not the right man for you, and you know that you have childhood wounds, and you're working on yourself, there is no way that somebody is not texting you would really create such an upheaval in your feelings and emotions that you would get obsessed, which is actually putting you back on your journey of healing, of growing, of finding the right match. So I really want to insist on this story of texting, which is this like the most significant search text and topic out there, it seems, for dating coaches. It's not about the text. Should I text him first? How long should I wait for him to text me back? Or am I the one texting for the first time? All these questions that are out there. It's not about the text. Who is it about? Yes, it's about you. It's about you and how you feel And who is more important? Are you more important or is he more important? And that's where a lot of coaches like Helena Hart, that I've been following for years, keep saying, put yourself on the pedestal. Put yourself on the pedestal, not in a selfish way, not in a self-absorbed way, but in a way that means that you respect yourself and you care for yourself. If that's something that you struggle with and you find difficult, which a lot of us do, it's not about just writing, sentences on the mirror in the morning and keep telling yourself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. It's about finding those little moments and saying, okay, if this was my daughter or my sister or somebody I loved, or my best friend, girlfriend, and this was happening to her, what would I say? What would I think? How would I console her? And that is actually you. You're consoling yourself. And that person, that best friend, is you. How would you approach that best friend? Because we are very self-critical toward ourselves, and we put ourselves down and we tell ourselves off, but when it comes to a friend who has those issues, we're just thinking, oh, poor her, you should take care of yourself. Don't worry, it's not about you, it's about him. So my invitation to you is, when the text is not coming, see what's coming up. Sit down. Don't try to go and read something or watch Netflix or deflect from what's happening inside of you. Sit down with your feelings and feel it and see what's coming up. And once you process that, maybe journal it if you're into journaling. Journaling is very good. And after that, just see, what process have you got in place? Are you putting all your eggs in one basket, or no? You're open to opportunities. As Matthew Hussey said, the fastest way to finding love is to say no to the wrong people. And I'm stating all these coaches because they've been really instrumental in my path on my dating journey. And I really want to give them credit because I learned so much through them, as well as the books and my own therapy and the classes I took, to learn that how much work I needed to do on myself before I found my man. So I don't know if I've answered the question or really fully covered the topic about should I text him or not. I'm sure there are very specific scenarios that will come up, and yes, you're supposed to meet with somebody and you don't know exactly what time and where, and it's still vague, which happens a lot, by the way. I'm going to do another video just about that and how to avoid that, especially when meeting on dating apps. There you have to text people to know what your plan is. And you put deadlines, like, I need to know by this time. If not, I'm going to make alternate plans and stuff like that, all with kindness, without aggression or aggressivity. Otherwise, I would generally say, I think that it is key to put yourself first, feel what's going on for you, see where it's coming from, and just prevent the scenario happening by dating multiple people until you become exclusive. And you become exclusive once you've gone through all the 8 stages of dating. I think it's called The 8 Dates by John and Julie Gottman. Gods in research about couples, where you go through trust, money, family, sex, all the main topics, and you get to a point where you're confident that this person could potentially be my person. And that scenario, who texts first, after a while just completely disappears and you don't have that problem anymore. So if you like this video, please like it. And if you think a girlfriend or any friend would benefit from this, don't forget to share it and subscribe to my channel. And I will be producing videos once a week. And if you tell me what you want me to talk about, either by my website, send a question, or DM me on Instagram or anywhere. You can connect with me on Instagram, on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, or subscribe to my newsletter on the website. I'll be happy to talk about any topic that rocks your boat.